What is up guys, it's your boy aswell here, back with another Dragonflight gold farming video. So let's start the video by saying this is not going to be the best gold farm in the expansion by any means, but it's a very interesting gold farm based on having two professions, herbalism and mining, and you can make it very profitable for yourself by implementing a couple of mechanics to make it better and better as you go on. It is also a somewhat AFK-able farm, or it's a chill gold farm. You can basically farm a lot of gold, take a couple of minutes break, then come back. It is very good if you're farming gold while you're at work, doing something else, and it's just a good and chill gold farm you can use to make a lot of gold in the expansion itself. And I just randomly stumbled upon this while I was doing a lot of herbalism myself, trying to skill up both herbalism and mining right now. So we're sitting on, let's see, we have herbalism 65 skill, we're gathering some actual specialization point as well. Personally, I've chosen to go into botany just because I want to have the ability to gather while mounted, but I do think if you want to make the most of gold right now, you will probably go for bountiful harvest just for the skill, so you can get tier 3 stuff instead. So bountiful harvest is looking super juicy right now, but personally I'm going for botany just because I can and I want to. Also, for this exact farm you want to go for mastering the elements, so what I'm trying to say is there's a reason to pick whatever and just choose what you want. For this farm though, for example, mastering the elements would be massive, just to have the ability to overload the elements of the herbs themselves. Let's talk about that in just a second though. Before that, two things in the introduction. We're doing a giveaway for the entire month of December, which just started today. If I make this video today, which I am doing right now, I think I'll upload it tomorrow though, and it's also going to be an early access video for my gold guide that we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, we're doing a giveaway for the entire month of December, giving away 1 million gold to one of you guys down below as long as you subscribe to the channel. So we're giving away 1 million gold every week to one subscriber. All you have to do is subscribe down below and join my Discord server through the link down below as well, and make sure your Discord name on my server is the same as your YouTube channel name. That way, if you win, I have a chance to contact you. So Discord server name, same as YouTube name, and just subscribe and be in the Discord server. Okay, number 2, we have a Dragonflight gold guide as well if you want to make more gold in Dragonflight. This is a 175 pages long PDF document for gold making in the expansion, containing over 40 different Dragonflight gold farms, the very best gold farms. You have solo farms, group farms, skinny routes, you have a bunch of different gold farms in this guide. We also have profession guides as well, talking about professions, which ones are the best ones, the specializations, talking about a bit of everything, to be honest, steady gold farms as well. So if you want access to a very good gold making guide, check that one out through the link down below and use the code Solheim to get it for half price. By getting the guide, you also get access to a private Discord community for gold making in Dragonflight. That being said though, let's talk about the farm itself, the location, how it works and everything about it. I do think I mentioned, but you want to have herbalism and mining. The title and thumbnail of the video should make that somewhat apparent as well, that you need to have those two professions. So have herbalism and mining. The skill doesn't really matter that much, but the profession knowledge points, the specialization points, might matter a little bit. So we're talking about a Rousing order farm today, and what we have found so far about Rousing order is that there's pretty much no specific mobs that you can farm them from in the open world. Like the price of every single order right now, or every single Rousing is going down. Rousing Fire is going down after the video that I made and the farms that have been available. So Rousing Fire is going down, Rousing Frost is going down, and now we have Rousing Air, which was expensive, it's going down as well. But Rousing Order is keeping its value very well. It is sitting at about 250 gold, 259 right now. So it's keeping the value super well right now. It's the most expensive Rousing, and this farm will probably be the best way to farm it. It is a very consistent way, at least, to farm it right now, and we're using herbalism and mining in a very weird location with a lot of Titan touched nodes. So I just found one right now that I can check out before we start the video as well. Just randomly popped one up, so Titan touched Ceravite deposit, and you can see right now I got 4 Rousing order from that one. And you want to gather all the herbs in this area, so the farm itself takes place right here in Tyrholt. And you can see right now on my map, like, this place has way too many Titan touch deposits. I don't know why, but this exact location, like around Tyrholt, halt, they're spawning way more Titan Touch than usual. So what I'm doing myself is I'm gathering every single herb and mining node around tier halt, then I'm waiting between 3 and 5 minutes for them to respawn, and then I'm gathering them again. So they do have a respawn timer. There's no hyper spawn for them right now. There could possibly be one, or maybe it has like a dynamic respawn based on how many people are farming in this zone. So maybe like if you get a full group going, just everyone farm in this zone. But yeah, they're respawning between 2, 3 and 5 minutes. So gather all the nodes, sit down, wait for a bit, then gather them again. And pretty much every single time that I'm doing a lap here, I'm getting between 2 and 3 Titan touched. So let's say I get 2.5 Titan touched every 5 minutes. That gives me 30 Titan touched every single hour, which is definitely not too bad. And if I'm getting 3 rousing orders as well every single time, I'm getting about 100 rousing order per hour, which just in terms of gold per hour isn't the best. It's about 25k gold per hour from rousing order based on my very quick math here. 25.9 to 26,000 gold per hour in terms of only the rousing order. But you're also getting stuff like Wither Bark, you're getting the herbs, you're also getting the mining veins. So when you have a Titan touched draconium vein, that is massive gold right there. Especially if you have the skill to get tier 2 or even tier 3 draconium, then we're talking massive gold. So let's talk about how to make the farm even better for yourself as well while we're talking about it. So herbalism, go for mastering the elements. That way you can now learn to channel or overload an elemental herb, and Titan touched are elementals. So by overloading this one, you will now funnel energy into it, and it will give you additional bonuses, so you will get more stuff, right? So by gathering this one, you will need to have level 100 of Dragonflight Herbalism. Well, that is actually based on me having 3 specs. So if I get to 100 skill, I can have this one while also having Botany and Bountiful Harvest. But if you just choose this one right now as your first specialization, you can just grab this one. And then you will also get +1 skill for every single point you spend here, but you will learn this on the first skill, or just by learning the skill itself. You don't even have to spend your skill point, you just have to pick this specialization, right? And you can also, like if you go all the way around, so you put 40 points into just this one right here, you will now gather more elemental essence from elementally charged herbs. So if you really want to min-max this and get as much rousing as possible, pick this exact profession, mastering the elements, pick this first profession point. This will already increase your gold per hour, and for every single point you go here, you will just get more and more, and upon getting the last one, you will now get significantly more rousing order for every single time you gather a Titan touch. And like we just talked about, there's a bunch of Titan touch spawning in this area. You can also, like after gathering mastering the elements, you can go down to Titan touch as well. This one will give you plus skill, and also your knowledge of Titan touched herbs allows you to truly embrace the flashes of enlightenment they grant, increasing the duration of the enlightenment buff. That's not really too significant though, but what you can notice here is that you're getting some finesse, you're getting skill, perception, finesse once again, and also the amount of overload cooldown refunded by gathering herbs is increased by a small amount. So if you, for example, go for this one first, and for some reason you have more than 40, you can start going down into Titan Touch, and upon having 20 skill here, which requires you to have 60 skills in total, you will now get a lot more stuff from overloading, and every single time you gather a herb, you will lower the cooldown of overloading. So in that case, you can just use the downtime to farm more herbs to lessen the cooldown, so you can start getting more and more and overload even more herbs. It basically builds upon itself insanely. It's actually insane. So now let's talk about mining as well. You have the exact same thing in mining. You have mastering the elements right here, which is the exact same thing. You will learn how to overload elemental deposits, and you will learn that on the first one, and you will just get some bonuses here and there. And here you will start getting additional rousing essences when mining them super quickly. 15 points you will gather additional rousing essences when mining. Then you will just get perception, you will get some actual bonuses, and then here you go, whenever you overload you also gain a random rousing essence. So mining, when you have 50 points spent into mastering the elements, you will get a ton of rousing stuff. So getting these, if you're farming just for rousing, is definitely worth looking into. Now, just for the purpose of showing you, there's a bunch of Titan Touch here. I have gathered some footage of me just flying around, farming these materials, so we're going to be playing that in the background for just a second, but right now, we just went from one Titan Touch to another one, and we're getting a Titan Touch Draconium deposit, which if you have enough skill, it is going to give you so much gold. Like having a high tier or high skill, getting tier 2 or tier 3 Draconium, this one right here could easily get you like 3,000 to 4,000 gold in one deposit, which is absolutely mental. So now let's talk about how to make the farm better for yourself, and that is the fact that I said you can get 2 to 3 Titan Touch per round, then you have to wait 3 to 4 to 5 minutes for everything to respawn. Well, what if you use realm jumping? This is located in Thaldraszus. If someone located in Valdrakken invites you to a group, you can now realm jump to their shard and farm the herbs on their shard. So that is what I would personally do if you just want to go for rousing. Try to get some friends that can just invite you to their group in the downtime. Alternatively, if they're farming something else in Thaldraszus or doing world quests, just get them to join to invite you. So then you farm on your server first, you then jump to their server, farm there as well, and by the time you've done that, you can jump back. So by jumping between 2 or 3 servers, you will pretty much farm Titan Touch nodes indefinitely. Either way, that is basically the video. A very interesting farm for Rousing Order in my opinion, and the best way to actually target Rousing Order that I've found so far. If I find anything else that is better or just as good, I will let you know, because Rousing Order will be going up in demand in the next couple of probably days and weeks. So I can see a Rousing Order either keeping its value or maybe even going up in value, depending on how things play out, where people get access to crafting epics, and more people need epics before raids come out. The gold making game has pretty much just begun, and I'm really interested to see like where this goes and what becomes the meta for gold making. That was a weird glitch, but yeah. That's basically the video, guys. Let me know if you found any other Rousing Order farms in the comment section down below. I would be very interested to hear your finds as well. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe to be entered into the giveaway that we're doing every single week. That is the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.